welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to get this DIY curly poof drawstring ponytail. Yes guys, this is a DIY ponytail. It is on and it does not come off. So if you want to see this video, just stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys how to make that DIY poof ball that I had in this makeup look video. So it's really easy, it's really simple, it's super fast. So I'm just going to show you guys the things that you will need for your natural hair, or if you're just for your hair in general. I like to have a spray bottle of water for my hair just to kind of comb through my hair, some oil. I think I made a video on all the oils that's in this bottle. I will put that in the info box up top. Of course, some bobby pins, scissors. I prefer hair scissors, but if you don't have hair scissors, it's synthetic hair, so any scissors will do. Some elastic. I got this elastic from Joann's or any craft store. You can go to any craft store that's near you. If there isn't a craft store near you, or you don't have time to go to a craft store and you're trying to do this really quick, a hair tie that's like, that big round one that you can make a high poof with your natural hair, or just, if you have a lot of hair, put your hair in a ponytail. This will work perfectly. If you really don't have anything, I mean, a small hair tie may work for this. I just haven't used a small hair tie, so just something with elastic in it. But I will prefer you to use either this elastic or a long hairband that is purposely black, because that way it won't show. Nothing super green, but this is the only one I have left because Zoe broke them all. A brush, this is my old brush, and a comb, a old wig, whatever curl pattern you choose. It's up to you. Whatever old wig you have, you can do a straight one, a curly one, a wavy one, however you want your hair to look. I just have a lot of old curly wigs from last winter. Yeah, I think that is it besides your own hair. But you will need a small hair. You will need a small hair tie anyways to put your hair in a bun. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this. So this is the one that I was wearing. It's just a little ponytail, DIY ponytail. And I'm going to show you guys what you need all of those things for when to put your hair up into the ponytail. So as you can see, here's my elastic. I had a purple one. I couldn't find a black one at the time, but this is how it looks in the inside, and it literally just scrunches up the ponytail, and it should scrunch up kind of around your ponytail, but that's why we're going to have bobby pins anyways. So I'm going to show you guys how I cut out the wig that I used that one for. So this is that wig. So I used the bottom part, the back of the wig. As you can see, this is the top where there are combs, and the bottom section is missing. And honestly, you can still actually wear this as a wig. It will be kind of like in a bob style. You can obviously cut these long pieces and still figure out how to use this wig. So I didn't throw that away. So the first step, I'm going to show you guys how to cut out the wig. I'm just going to do it while sitting here. This is the wig I'm going to use. This was from one of my other videos, and it has these two buns at the top, but I'm not touching the top because I can still use this wig because it is humongous and it's going to make a great ponytail. So I'm just going to take the wig and open it inside out, just like so, where you can see the cap. So the part that you want is everything that is around this. So you want this section. You don't really want this section because you need this to loop your elastic through. So I'm going to show you guys how I cut that out. So the first thing I did was unhook my wig because my wig is hooked up. And don't bother, you can probably just cut those off because you don't really need those anymore. So don't clip this bottom row where those hooks loop through because you're going to need that. So next I'm going to take my hair scissors, and I am going to start clipping the tracks where it meets the net here. So like so. You guys can see that. Because you don't need this part, you need this. So I'm just going to go in and just clip right here. So you guys can see. And you're going to do that all the way around. So I'm just going to go ahead and clip this side and then show you how I do the bottom and the top. So if your wig has these rows and then it comes to a V here, so what I do is I clip it here and then I just cut right here. So I will clip it at the V. It's really, really easy, guys. And then I will keep going with the tracks, clipping the tracks. So when you get to the bottom part where those little loops are for the elastic band here to for the hooks to hook it up. So what I'm going to do is just cut right here, like right where the band kind of ends, if you guys can see this. And don't worry, you're going to cut hair regardless, but it's not going to be hair that you need. So I'm just going to cut that off. So already it separates. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the tracks on this side going down this row, and then I'll show you guys how to cut the top. So what I'm going to do for the top is right at the top, you can see where there's a little elastic band here. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. That should free up the tracks from the actual wig. So I just cut one, so it does free up that. You do not want to cut the track away from here, so you want to go to the very top here and cut that little elastic on each side. So now that you did that, it should just pull away into two pieces. Depending on how tangled your hair is, it should just like come apart. You gotta probably like help it out a little bit. So this is what you should have, this piece here. It doesn't look like much, but when it comes together, it will form like a full ponytail. So now that you have this little flat piece here, this is what you'll need. So you're going to take your piece of elastic. I would prefer to get the elastic this size, which is about a 1/4 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch elastic, really thin elastic. This one is a little bit too thick. It will make it harder for you to kind of loop around and to knot it, because you will need to knot your elastic. So I am going to use the black one just so you guys can see the color difference, because my other one is in purple. So I'm going to use the black one. So the first thing I like to do is find kind of like a loop. So I'm just going to take the first elastic, well, the first little band here, it's kind of elastic too, that's on the wig. Take my elastic, go around it like so, and just put a knot there. The reason for that is when you start looping around into the hair, you don't want your elastic to move around. So I just kind of looped it like so. I did one knot because you're probably going to have to take it out later. So just do one knot. And be careful when you have the thinner elastic. It's a little bit harder to get that knot out. So just be careful. So now you're going to go down. And the outer part of the hair is, you can't really do anything with that because it's been cut. So you need to go into this row here. So it's going to be kind of hard to explain, but it's really, really easy. You want to take the elastic and you want to loop it every other row of the tracks. So when I say loop it, you want to take it and go underneath the track and bring it out as if you're doing like crocheting or something. Just like that. So every other track, take the elastic, pull it through, just like that. It's really easy. So this is what it should kind of look like. You can see my elastic is there. I did pull some hair through by accident. So here's the thing, when you come to a part of the tracks where it's cut and then you meet this band, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to go over that band, go to that next track here, and you're just going to pull that elastic through. Don't worry about the outer edges of the wig or the tracks that's been cut. They're not going to show through, I promise. No one's going to see like bits of pieces of tracks unless you don't do this right, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You really just want to take that elastic and just loop it through. And once you get to the band, and this is what I mean where the little loops are for your hooks that was on your wig, you want to go into that, and I'm going back to the far, this is my left side, so for you guys it might be right, and going to that first loop. This is where it gets tricky with this thicker elastic because it is thicker. With the other elastic, it's way easier to loop the elastic in. So I'm going to the first loop that I can get my elastic through. And if you are having a hard time like I am, I would either use a bobby pin and put through the elastic to help loop it, or a safety pin if you don't, but you should have bobby pins anyways for this tutorial, and take that and loop it through just like that. And I'm doing every other one on this also, so I'm gonna do this one, then I'm gonna skip over. Now once you get to the end of that band, you're going to go up the other side just like you did before. So I did the other side, and you can't really see it because I did pull some hair through, which try not to pull the hair from the outer part to the inside because you can't really see. It makes it hard to see. It doesn't really do anything to the effect of it. I didn't have any problems because I did that on the last one. It's just really hard, especially when you have a bobby pin hooked to your elastic. It just catches everything. So for the top, you're going to do kind of the same thing that you did at the bottom. You only have like a little bit left, so you want to go in between those loops that you did earlier where you clipped, and it should be about 3-4 of those. So I would just kind of go under the second one like so, just so you're making sure you're clamping something. And once again, I pulled hair, so just kind of try not to get any hair. And then I'll go under that last one because I only had about 3 of those, and that should be it. So once you have that, your thing will be kind of scrunched up like a drawstring ponytail. Move the hair. So this is what it kind of should look like in the inside. You should have your elastic going all the way around. It's kind of hard to tell with mine because there's hair and everything, but you should be able to have it all the way around. So if you pull the elastic, it kind of scrunches up. So here's where your other thing comes into play. You want to take that knot out of that other end piece. So once you take that knot out, I'm going to go ahead and remove that bobby pin. Take the 2 ends. I'm going to kind of pull it, kind of loosen up my ponytail just a bit, and I'm going to knot it kind of not at the top. You want to knot it like leave about 1.5 inches from the top of the remaining elastic and tie those 2 together. And you can double knot it now so it can be secure. So I just tied it. You don't want to do it at the top because then you won't have anything to really pull. So now if you pull it, it's a drawstring ponytail. So I'm going to open it, and we're going to install the ponytail so we can trim it and do everything else. So now this is my hair. I prefer doing this on like dirty hair, lazy hair. My hair needs to be washed, but this is my hair, so I'm going to go show you guys how I do this. So first I'm just going to damp my hair with some water because I like the wave pattern my hair has when my hair is damp, so it kind of mimics the curl pattern on the curly hair. So next I'm going to take my Eco Styling Gel. This is in the argan oil one. Don't judge the big container. It was just cheaper to buy the big container versus multiple little ones. It lasts like forever. So I'm just going to take a little bit of gel, just a little, and put that on my hair to help those waves, and put some on the back because my hair always falls down in the back. Then I'm just going to brush my hair up. As you can see, the curl pattern is already starting to form. And also to protect my hair with the gel, I'm just going to use my oils and to put that on my ends so they won't get any damage. And just to add some moisture and shine, to my hair. And now I'm just going to put it into a puff first. Using a hair tie. And I prefer the ones without that metal thing in the middle because the metal thing pulls your curls. So I'm just going to put my hair in a puff. And then I'm going to take my puff and twist it on itself. I just feel like it's healthier and better for my ends than to put it in a knot. Then I'm just going to knot it on itself and take a bobby pin and bobby pin it down. Now for the rest of my edges, I'm going to take a little bit more gel and kind of just brush that gently onto my edges. Not too much. Once again, we do not want to damage our hair, but just a little, just to kind of lay down all those little flyaways. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on the bun. So to get my ponytail as small as this one, you're going to have to clip it because it was pretty big. But if you want it really big, then you don't have to clip yours. So I'm going to, what you want to do is find the middle and make sure your elastic is around your hands. And you want to put that part around your ponytail. And when you do that, you want to go ahead and pull the remaining part of your elastic. So I'm just going to put that around my big old knot and make sure you know. And I kind of cup my hand around the ponytail. Take the end of the elastic and just pull it until it's nice and tight. So it should be pretty tight and it is on. Yay! So it should be pretty tight, and I'm just going to take that elastic and just turn it just like you would do a drawstring and just kind of twist it around and bobby pin it down somewhere. That way you can find it later. So it's not 100% secure. So what we're going to do is bobby pin it down on the sides, anywhere you feel like it's just not staying, but this one's actually pretty good. I think I did this one better than I did the last one. So I'm just going to bobby pin it in certain spots. I was able to sleep with this ponytail on, like it was legit. Like I slept with it on for like 3 days. So you can either leave it like this or you can go ahead and trim it down. I'm going to go ahead and trim some of mine down just so it can look a little bit more realistic. So I'm just going to take it a little bit, pull it just a little bit, and take my hair scissors and just cut it. It doesn't matter how straight you like necessarily cut this. It's curls, so I'm just going to do that, make sure it's kind of even with these shorter pieces. And I'm just going to chop it. You can make it as long as short, however you want it, but it's your preference.
But all she ever want me to do is unzip her jeans. Then all I really want is for her to get to the top. Before you know it, she work and stop. And all that shit I previously.
Okay, so now that I have it cut to the desired length and I have hair everywhere, I am now going to spray it. Yes, I'm spraying this hair just to kind of shrink it down just a little bit because I feel like for me it's a little bit too much. So I'm just going to spray it. You don't have to soak it, just dampen it and kind of just squish it and get it to stay how you want it. And then I take some of that gel, and I do take a good amount. And then this is going to help it stay in the style that you want, because if you don't, it will be everywhere. So I'm just going to squish in that gel. It also helps define those curls a little bit more, even though it's synthetic hair. And this will also keep it in a certain shape that you want it to be in. So I like mine to kind of be in a nice bun, not too neat, not too messy. That was too long. So that is it for this DIY ponytail. So if you guys love this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Turn off the lights.